attacking the sacred sakura! Stop them!
Yeah.
Dodge this! Freeze!
Wind blade.
Cool it!
Wind blade. Go with the wind.
Freeze! Don't get frostbite.
Time for retribution.
Shoot! I can't afford any more bandages. Everybody!
Dodge this!
Let's light it up!
Verdict is
Freeze! Dodge this!
wind blade.
Time to fight back, I suppose. This moment will be frozen in time.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be A!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them! That was
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking...
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not... Recently, I have observed enough... I considered this matter worthy of my attention. If the Shogun...
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. But Rift Hound...
A disaster?
Yes. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and the monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil. And their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response, but an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us... From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be...
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conry. This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred sakura takes damage.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no way we will defend Inazuma. Until you don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is cσrчяйgντ. There is no one left. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then
Don't worry, I'm right here.
it's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
over. But what do you mean?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine.
Huh. I think I understand. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the almighty Shogun. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow...
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, an entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to... But my friend, cσrчяйgντ, I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, cσrчяйgνт's I never had the chance to see her one last time. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies... Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of all my martial might was in vain. But when I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss. But also, just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving all those who sacrificed themselves as Inazuma's god. It is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage.
As expected, there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
Leave them to me. Shine down! Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and...
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my... Although I have some understanding of the situation already, I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area...
Makes sense. Spoken like a... The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about...
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise...
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the Almighty Shogun is here. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty people flee out of a desire to live on. And the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having But me, I have no such... The Almighty Shogun often just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid description... One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. So you see, as bleak as things...
Perhaps.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the Almighty Shogun for the last. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned... Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But... Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart. The almighty Shogun comes to visit, and I don't have the tea ready. Truly, one moment, I'll just... What? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see... I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500...
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why do...
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't...
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent, so in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shogun. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we... I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with. Yes, it does. I always thought that in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least,
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But now, I no longer cling to what was lost.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain.
So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself. The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it. You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories. I've been reminded of many people, too. MrZicu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, the events of 500 years ago.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to... Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, but this time, the circumstances were so grave. Yes. It was too late. She had already lapsed into It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Conria first, and not? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved...
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. No one questioned it, and yet its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if, in the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous... With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond...
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, and it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, Since you experienced that battle in person...
Sister? I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us on. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should...
Is this an answer from this world? What?
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey, are you sure you're all right? You're scaring us.
Fear not. Ha! 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 Illusion shattered! Ha! 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 Ha!
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Ha! 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 Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! There is no escape! Ha! 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 Illusion shattered! Ha! Now you shall perish! Transcend all constraints.
Windblade!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite...
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men! They're coming back for more!
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we...
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When this...
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent and their willingness to grant their power. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right, just the sight of you appearing before us once more has... This hope is the light that will guide...
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your back.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Yeah! Ugh. I'm getting tired of this game. Don't get frostbite.
Everybody stand back!
Burn!
Cool it! Ha, ha.
Ha! Ha! Windblade!
Let's light it up!
blade!
Freeze! I'm getting tired of this game. What's the hurry?
Your verdict is...
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in
Huh? Teamwork is dreamwork! Huh?
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was true. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few. Quickly, escort Her Excellence.
When everyone sees the all...
Well, what...
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We are brothers in arms.
Just leave it to us. But the Almighty, no matter what kind of threat...
Oh, thank you all. I should not have left it this late to make this promise.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. With you leading us, we will...
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has the result being that in the centuries since you could take the view that whatever but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well,
Thank you for your comforting words. I used to think just like that samurai. But what Inazuma needs, even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need... Yes, they are. As the Raiden Shogun they revere.
well said.
Change will come to Inazuma, no matter how long it takes. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro...
Alrighty then, let's move. He looks calm on the outside, but Paimon, she seems to have changed a lot since we last... Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up. What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't... It looks like... No need. Can you... I need to go to the cave below.
Why? What's in...
A battleground. finally here. The entrance.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
It's getting worse. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hand. It looks...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto? Where are we go? Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place... Look! Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that... the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true... You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you...
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of but inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this! It's a bit extreme! Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see this.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just want the best for...
My form is a symbol of supreme... It inherits A's pain. The pain of inevitable loss that comes. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be... Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Ride an A! In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Torn to oblivion! The eye sweeps the land! Ha! Inferior. There is no escape! Dead. Ha! 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 Now you shall perish! Shine down, weak! Pathetic! The kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Shine down! Your verdict is decided. This was a fleeting shadow. Weak. There is no escape! Be gone! Absurd! Illusions are but distractions. Illusion is decided. Pathetic. Weak. Insolent. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Stillness transcending. Inferior. Absurd. Pathetic. Inazuma shines eternal. Erase all threats. Inferior. The eye sweeps the lands. Shine down. Shattered. Torn to oblivion. Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist.
Then, does that mean this?
Maybe. If I don't do this, the Shogun's... This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last. Months, years, centuries. And no matter how many times, 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices. It is about time that I understand that. But if the dreams of which I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return during my absence. I place everything in...
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really... She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be... What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to... Oh, but we also can't get in. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness... someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was any— But you're always smiling. That was a figure of speech. Do you under— Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's she. Oh, okay, I see. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will. You know as well as I do that she's always rushed into it without thinking. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Is she playing dumb? She's doing this— Aha! You're learning, little one. But all I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. Because Raiden Makoto is no longer— Not just because of that. Then, anyway, we needn't worry about— First things first. Follow—
The Electro Archon. May the blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom eternally.
Now then, I always have my ways. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is in other words, even though— So, it's— Yes, no need to try and— Everything is turbulent. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia— What? Alright, well— Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, always— Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinary. By the way, remember to focus constantly. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back. Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you... This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first over countless battles. Not once have you looked... Had I made all enemies of eternity stand for your firm commitment to enforcing the... You bring honor. Now these two return. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500... Final duel? Huh. Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Witness the final calamity. There is no... The will I carry within me will never be eroded nor destroyed. Illusion shattered. Perish. Ha! Inferior. Ha! Ha! Eternity is in my hands. Shine down. Illusion shattered.
What? Yeah.
This is... I believed you were in... But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace. You need not worry about the... I know your power more than... Yet... And whenever I think of this, I feel something stir the blade that I inherited from Mach. I noticed it. This power, this blade, it was at once of him. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you. From this day forth, this body will remain. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, You are... Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. You truly... I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again. It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who... I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the... a convoluted way to reach you, but... well... you held such deeply entrenched views at the time, there was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. But... you never meant... Everything happened so suddenly. I'm so... I've always felt terrible. I should have been the one to impart the... Did you know what was about... I had some sense of it. That... in my present form... But I know that this must... Don't look down on me. See? It was with this possibility. Here, take it. But it is you who must take the most...
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness? No matter what you make of it, it's quite
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Eternity is a concept.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precise. And yet, that sense of disorderliness.
I don't fully understand yet.
Well, I'm not
I know what you mean. Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would like...
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred... You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between...
No. But I understand...
But don't you think that tree...
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously...
Ugh. Now we see.
I'm joking. That trick, and obviously I played my part. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly. At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our... Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried... The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Mako.
Does that mean it wasn't by...
I thought that the flow of time was the same on... My first thought was... But it turned out you had come to... You too have my thanks.
A, how are you?
My body has fully recovered, and the
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was... After all, you saw my...
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say... I'll be fine. It brought a few things, but I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant She even factored my immaturity into... It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you, Makoto and you are Inazuma's
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare.
Makoto said the exact same thing.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to maybe... Actually, no. Forget that.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where... After that...
Really? That's...
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for I'm looking forward to it.
Surely that child isn't flocking off.
Protection of the Electro
Narukami, please.
May the blossoms of
See
the
that he
sacred
stays
sakura
safe.
bloom eternally.
Surely that child isn't flocking off.